All right, guys. So I wanted to have a little talk about a voltage regulator. So this is an alternator video, I guess. Well, I imagine a lot of you guys have probably seen my alternator video. If not, I'll link it above for you guys right now. So, and I'm going to do a couple more videos on alternator stuff. So now this, quite a few guys do use this setup. And the part number on that is IN8315, and it is an internal voltage regulator setup. Now, I obviously Transpose designed it for doing this stuff, I would imagine. This is quite commonly, a lot of guys use these, and that's fine if that's what you want to use. And how I personally do it is I use a different brush set, and I use this voltage regulator, which I think originally came out of a Honda or a Toyota or something. But this one is a self-igniting. So these brushes, I'll link the part number for these down below, and the voltage regulator that I use, I'll link all of this stuff down below for you. And one thing that you want to do, I don't know if you guys will be able to read that in the video or not, but the part number on that is IN220SE, and the SE is for self-igniting. So you have to have the SE for self-igniting, or it doesn't work. Well, you can make it work, but it doesn't self-ignite, and so that makes it so that it's not a one-wire alternator. I personally have never used this style. And if you want to use this style, by all means, that's, like lots of guys use them, they work, that type of stuff. The reason that I personally, a couple of my buddies over in the past years that owned alternator companies said that they didn't like these, and then it makes perfect sense, that this has a harder time dissipating heat because it just dissipates heat through this plate. And you put it on a Cummins engine, it's a rattle and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if a lot of guys have failures or not, but it made perfect sense to me. They said that they prefer doing it this way. And they never gave me the part numbers for this. I had to actually figure the part numbers out. So I kind of went through and screwed around. But this was, I guess I had already figured this out prior, from watching guys build alternators, and I think it was somebody on DTR or Comp D for you guys that have been in the game a long time. I think anyway, that had mentioned something about it, and I looked into it. Now they were talking years ago now, because I still had my first gen the first time I did this, so that was I bought my second gen in 2007. I bought that truck, so it was a while ago. Anyways, the reason that I prefer doing it this way versus this way is this is a heat sink. So I found that, I've found in electronic stuff that if you have a heat sink on it, they tend to last longer. So especially if you guys that are down in the south or running real hot, in my opinion, this is going to be a better setup because this doesn't have as big a heat sink on it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys, which ones that, if you've done it this way or if you've done it this way in the past. I'd be curious. Like, I don't know. Maybe they never have a problem with doing it this way. Maybe you do. I don't know. I've just always done it this way. These parts are relatively cheap. As far like for me to buy this versus for me to buy this is cheaper than it is for me to buy this. So that's also another reason I prefer to go this way, because it's cheaper and I think better. I don't know if it is or not, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think. This is the reason. I am going to, when the website is up, I will have these. So if you guys want to buy this stuff from me, you can. I will also have these if you guys want to buy them from me as well. And then I think I'm also going to do alternators. I've had quite a few people ask about just a whole alternator. So I think I'm going to also do whole alternators. Not sure how that's going to work for shipping across the border, but we'll get that figured out nonetheless, and yeah, I'll go from there. Anyways, not a long one on this one, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I see guys that are asking about it. I will do videos later. I do have the video for doing it this style. I will link it above. Again, I linked it already. I will link it above. It will be in the description as well. I will put the part numbers for these in the description as well. Either way, whichever way you want to do it, it's up to you. Let me know in the comments what you guys have done, or if you've done it differently, because if there's another way to do it, I'd like to know a different way of doing it. You can do it the external way too, but I think that's, I don't know, I don't like doing it that way. Anyways, like, subscribe, hit me down in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.